My name is Abenatim Solo. I am a South African who's also an informal trader. Now I have about 2 to 3 weeks. I am not working. I'm an informal trader, and there's a city chased us away without relocating us. I'm also a South African. So at the moment, this really affects me financially. My child is a South African, but as in these three weeks, I don't know what I'm going to provide for my child as a food, because the city just took away our stock, chasing away us without relocating us. What I would encourage is South African people, you must stop to do this, because this will escalate and then it will also affect you in future. For example, if you want to go and trade in another country, you are going to be affected, whether you're a government official or you're a city official. But what you are doing at the later stage will have a negative effect towards you. I'm a South African, but today I don't have any place to sell.
I think when it comes to foreign nationals, documented foreign nationals, it's even in the Business Act that if you are documented, well documented, you are allowed to be trading on the street. This is affecting us because we are speculating that everybody who is a foreigner is undocumented. And if you are saying the foreigners must leave South Africa, how many countries in the world? There is no country without foreigners, so we cannot do away with foreigners. All we need to do is manage everything very well in our country, not to be chasing people away, but to manage them. And if somebody is undocumented, there is a law that is speaking straight to undocumented foreigners, and there is a law that is speaking straight to documented foreigners. And those people who are taking the law into their own hands, we're not going to condone that. The city of Joburg and the law enforcement are the ones who are going to be looking at undocumented foreigners, not every other person who is not supposed to do that.
Our children, most of them that have been sustained, their parents have been sustained through the informal trading here, have become a major contributors of South African society. Some of them are doctors, some of them are engineers, some of them, they have been deployed and working in many various sectors, in health sector in South Africa, and thereby saving the life of South Africans, because they are also South Africans. And we encourage all the citizens of South Africa to understand the communication, the bilateral relationship, the bond that the whole Africa is having, that they must sustain the spirit of our founding fathers, the likes of Holy Sir Nelson Mandela, Kenneth Kaunda, Julius Nyerere, Kwame Nkrumah. They must not fail the vision of Africa as a one united continent. All the campaigners, anti-campaigners of foreigners, all we are sending message to you today is that you must stop and build Africa as a one united continent.
It seems like this is not really about chasing people who doesn't have documents. It's about taking the foreigners away from South Africa.
Yeah, no, no, it's not like that. You know, as South African, actually, we don't want to chase people who are in our country legally. We are fighting against those who are here illegally. Then we cannot change this and direct it as if we are just chasing all foreigners. Our target here is illegal foreigners who are occupying the space here again illegally. But we cannot say it's all foreigners must go. Those who have documents in South Africa and they are bringing some skills here which we don't have, we want them to come here. But one thing for sure is that once they are here, they must respect the laws of the country.
All right, what does it take to legalize these people and give them documents as an action essay?
Yeah, no, actually, there's no way where we can legalize you to be in South Africa. We just want you to have a proper document from your country, which allows you to be in South Africa, and which indicates that you are in South Africa for business, you are in South Africa to study, or you are in South Africa for pleasure. That's very important to start with.
They really want to be documented, but the problem is that the department is not giving them the attention when they apply. There is no response, or either way they delay them, and at the end of the day they are being chased for not having documents. They desire to have documents. So how can Action SA help in that regard?
No, when it comes to that, we want our government to be the one who's responsible to do that. As political parties, we cannot interfere too much on how government operates. We want each and everything to be done the rightful way, whereby we understand that those who are applying, if they have a proper documents for them to qualify to be in the country, yes, they can be allowed to be in the country. But if they doesn't have a proper document, that's where we differ to say no. We want anyone who's got the proper document to be in the country.
Who are you to the Action SA?
Yeah, I'm Temba, the regional chairperson of Action SA Institute of Johannesburg.
The issue of immigration, in particularly the tension between the poorest of the poor among South Africans and our African brothers and sisters who are coming from elsewhere in the continent, keeps coming up, and the name of the EFF keeps being thrown there to say the party is promoting and protecting illegality. Don't you worry that your involvement in this matter may have unfortunate electoral consequences?
Well, my brother, there is no science or anything proven that the foreigners are taking their jobs. There's nothing like that. Who employs them? It is the people from South Africa, right? So there is no concrete evidence of that. Of course, we are advocating that people must be documented. We don't need unlawlessness where people are not documented, right? But on the issue we are saying about electoral, my man, we can't trade votes for human lives. But it also has been proven that even when Dudula was closing clinics and we stood in the gap and said, no, let's put the human life first. And then we went to by-election in Ward 29, we went in Soweto. We were contested against Dudula, but people, they stood their ground because they know the values, they know the vision of the EFF, they know the founding manifesto and how much it caters for people, right? Of course, we're not going to agree to vigilante and chaos. We can't agree to that, right? But our people, they know. We've been fighting this thing of being inhuman towards the foreign national for such a long time, right? But our voters, they really know where we are and what we stand, and they believe in us. Hence, in what in Soweto, we're able to come up properly, because people, they don't believe in vigilante and chaos unnecessary. There's a rule of law, and the rule of law must be upheld all the time.
All right. Thank you very much for having you. Thank you.
Thank you.
AIEtv, an expression of African image, culture, and belief.